A brief presentation about our bridge equipment, and afterwards you're free to ask questions and you're allowed to take pictures, whatever you want inside here. So here you can see our navigator of the hour. It's in the center. Right now we are in autopilot. So if you want to alter the course, you will push this tiny joystick to change course. If he was to be driving by hand steering, like manually, he would be using these pods on each side of him. That's where you will adjust the speed as well. Directly in front of him, he has something called a conning display. This gives him a variety of information about current and wind, where it's setting from, and how strong it is. That gives him information about what speed he's maintaining and what speed is required to maintain, so we will arrive at the time and location we plan. Gives him heading and course information. We have this sign next to the conning that says stabilizers out. That is something we deploy on the ship side, and it looks exactly like flight wings. It is to keep the vessel more stable and calm when in rougher seas. So if we were to take them inside now, there would be a lot more movement actually. Here we have something called an OLEX. That is something we use in areas that aren't properly charted, so we will be making our own chart in cooperation with other vessels. Because a lot of the areas we go to in Antarctica isn't properly charted. Then we will be deploying something called a sonar underneath the vessel. It is something that will shoot sound waves ahead of us and on the sides and give us the depth information. And then we will be approaching. And afterwards, we will have these yellow lines, and that gives us information that a lot of ships has been here. It's safe to go here, as well as the depth. This screen gives us information about our engines. In total, we have 4 engines and 2 batteries. So right now, you can see that 2 of them are green, so we are using 2 engines and the battery package in the middle. In front of the navigator here, he has these electronic navigational charts, one on each side. This is what we use to plan our route and put in limits and locations information, and we can see where we are going and where we have been going, like next to our route or exactly on it. And on both the electronic navigational chart and radar, we will see other nearby vessels and get information from them. What their name is, where they are going, and what speed they are making. So next to the navigator, he also has these radios, so he can contact them without moving. But in addition, we have a main radio station here. If we were to be involved in a special operation or emergency, we will not be standing here, we will be needing to write and do better communication. As well as we have different type of radios here. Behind you guys on the wall here, we have a variety of different alarm systems. Pre-warning or alarm system for smoke and fires. So we will get the pre-warning with the exact location of where the alarm is being detected from, so we can investigate. We also have these watertight door panels. So for example, when the tender pit is being opened, we will get an alarm here, so we're aware. On both of the bridge wings, you can see that we have these maneuvering stations, these smaller ones. So when we are going alongside, we will be transferring the command from the center to the bridge wing, because we have a better overview of the operation we're engaged in. So then we will be maneuvering there. The difference on the starboard side is that we have something called a dynamic positioning system. And that is the system we use when you guys are doing cruising and landing. So then again, transferring the command from the center, and we will be only working there. Because if we were to use an anchor during this cruising and landing, we will be very limited, because if it's too deep, then we can't anchor. As well as we need to move a lot because of all the ice, and the ice is moving so much. So then we will be using this DP system to maintain the position we've told the vessel we want to be in. We will also give her a circle limit of how many meters and degrees she's allowed to move. So that's why you can see a lot of thrusting from the main propellers and the bow propellers when we are engaged in these operations, because the vessel is working to maintain